Hi guys, today is drugstore tutorial time. I created this evening look using all drugstore makeup, so if you're interested in seeing how I got my look for today, keep watching, it's coming right up. So to start off today's video, I decided to pick up this new foundation from L'Oreal. It's the Magic Nude Liquid Powder, and I picked up Nude Beige, which is 316. Shake well. Pour just a few drops onto fingers and apply directly to skin. Not recommended for use with a sponge or a brush. So, if you're not a finger kind of person, maybe you won't like this. I don't know, maybe you will. So, like, first impression, now I just poured it onto my fingers and it just, like, ran. So, it's not very thick. So, let's see what happens here. I'm just going to kind of dot it around. This is not a very heavy coverage, so for somebody that's looking for a lighter coverage, you'll probably like this. It feels kind of like, it feels really silky going on. And it doesn't feel like a typical foundation on the skin. Like you feel like you rub it in and it just like very quickly blends into your skin. It's almost like it dries really fast. And I can see why they say not to use it with a brush, because it virtually dries so fast. Like you can't even see it on your skin. Like, you know when you put a lot of foundations on and you can see that your skin is still a little bit wet? I mean, this like almost dries instantly into a powdery type finish. But again, if you are a full coverage person, this may not be for you. But I think the coverage is rather nice. First impressions, I like it. We'll see how it wears during the day. And it's light. It feels light on my skin, like I don't feel like I have foundation on, which I like that feeling. Okay, moving on. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to use my Prestige BrowPerfection pencil. Okay, moving on. We're going to go on to eyes. So, today I picked this up. This is a jumbo eyeshadow stick from e.l.f. The color is Midnight Rendezvous. I literally just got it. The packaging is still on it. And I got it on clearance for, it was like $1, I think, or maybe like $1.50. And these aren't expensive anyway. They're like $2. So when I saw that it was marked down, I was like, score! So I'm going to go ahead and use this as a base, if I can get this packaging off. And I like that you can roll it up. So I will show you guys what this looks like. And it's a nice consistency. I'll be able to blend this and move it around nicely. So I'm just going to put this on my lid, kind of messily here. And just move it around with my finger. It has a little bit of a glitter to it, which I don't mind, considering this is going to be a bit of a dramatic evening look. So you just want to keep the black right on the lid. Whoops. So I'm not going to take it up onto my brow bone, it's just going to stay right on the lid. And then using my Real Techniques brush, this is, I don't know what this is, but that's what it looks like. I think it's a base shadow brush. I'm just going to take the tip of this right into the pencil and run this along my lower lash line. This is a really pretty eyeshadow. This is from Revlon. It's a Diamond Lust, and it is called Plum Galaxy. And I just got these things today. I got up early, and I went to Target, and I actually wasn't going there for this stuff, and I thought, you know, I haven't done a drugstore video in a while, and I saw the eyeshadow stick on clearance, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a dramatic kind of evening look with affordable makeup. Hopefully you guys think this is affordable. I think that the L'Oreal foundation is worth the $10. It's $10. I know at Ulta it's $12.99, but you can use your coupon on it, so you get $3.50 off. So here's what it looks like with the packaging off, and I think that's really pretty. It's a nice purple. That's what that looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and just pack that on top of the black. I'm just going to use this eyeshadow brush here. I'm just pressing this in right over the top of the black. I'm going to use that Real Techniques brush again. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take a brown shade, and I don't have any like drugstore matte browns. So I'm going to go into my Sleek palette. This is the Ultra Mattes, and I'm just going to use this brown color here. So if you have something like that, and I think matte will work a little bit better than trying to use something that's real glittery, but use what you like. I'm just going to lightly tap it in, and then I'm going to tap off some of the excess so I don't have too much on there. And that's going to go right here into my crease. And then of course kind of blend it up if you have deep set eyes. Okay, before I clean up anything underneath here, I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of gel liner. Now, that's the only thing that I don't have as far as drugstore goes. So I'm just going to use my MAC Blacktrack. But if you have like Wet n Wild has an awesome gel liner. Obviously use that. But that's the only thing I don't have as far as drugstore goes. So I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes. And it always helps if you look down, and I prefer to use an angle brush when I put my gel liner on. It's just what I prefer. And typically what I do is I just line my eyes first before I do the wing. I get the easy part over with. Okay, and then for the wing part, I'll show you guys how to do this, because after my last video I had a lot of people asking me how I did this. So, okay, so if you have eyes like mine, if you have deep set eyes, obviously you know. So for me, before I go any further, and you can even start to see this bone right here sticks out really far on me. And I know you can probably see it. Hopefully you can see that. It sticks out really far. So this is what happens. I'm sure most of you have seen this illusion when you put a straw in a glass. The straw goes in looking straight, but as soon as it hits the water, it kind of curves. That's what happens when I try to wing my eyeliner. So I have to be very careful as to how I angle my wing. So if I try to angle it like a person with nice big eyes that aren't sunken into their head, it creates an illusion. So when my eyes are closed, it looks really nice and straight and there's a wing. As soon as my eyes open, it looks kind of curved. So to avoid that look, all you have to do is draw the line out more horizontal, as opposed to like that 45-degree angle. Just bring it out a little more this way. Hopefully that makes sense. So what I do is I just kind of come out like this and pull in like that. And then I showed you guys the trick on how to clean up eyeliner, so don't worry about if you make a huge mess here. We'll clean that up. So you see how it comes up to the side there? And then what you can do is clean it up with a little bit of eye makeup remover and a brush. I'll be right back. So I take a napkin, or a paper towel I mean, and I soak it with eye makeup remover. I use my pencil brush, or no, my push brush here, and this is just a flat eyeliner brush. It's a 212 brush from MAC. And what I do is I come in like this, and I clean up. And you can really create a nice wing, a nice point. Get it the way you want it. See there? And it's off to the side. It's not curved or anything like that. Okay, what I'm going to do is line my lower waterline with black. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up under my eyes here, or I just cleaned up under my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and conceal, and I have this Physicians Formula Super BB All-in-One Beauty Balm Concealer. That's what it looks like. I think I used this once before in a video, I can't remember. I think I've only used this like one time, so I decided to go ahead and pull it back out, and it's a twist up. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on. I'm going to use this brush here. And this is a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. So for those of you, again, that like a lot of coverage with the concealer, this is not a very full coverage concealer. Now, I don't typically like a full coverage foundation, but with my concealer, I do like a little bit more coverage because I'm a little bit darker in my under eye area and over here in the corner, so I will go a little bit heavier with the coverage for my concealer. Okay, almost forgot. I have to curl my eyelashes. So I'm going to curl and use a little bit of my CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara, which most of you know is my favorite. I prefer it over any other mascara. Now, I do really like the Ulta Amped Lashes, but for those of you that have tried it, you know how completely annoying it is to try to take that stuff off. And even though I use eye makeup remover that removes waterproof, it is such a hassle trying to take that off. So I haven't used that in a long time just for that reason, because it's such a pain to try to get off. So I saw on Instagram recently that one of my friends, and if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize, but Ezra Blue, E-Z-R-I-B-L-U-E, I think. She posted a picture of a Sonia Kashuk quad, and it's funny because I look at them all the time, but I never even thought to buy one until she mentioned it, and I looked at the one that she mentioned it, and it really is very pretty. So I hope that she does a tutorial on that when she gets it. And if you don't get that quad, let me know. I will send it to you because it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and powder, and I'm going to use a little bit of my Revlon Nearly Naked powder. And first I'm going to powder under my eyes to set my concealer. And then I'm going to go ahead and powder all over my face. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I am cheating, and I'm totally using my MAC brushes. If anybody was going to ask me, if somebody came up to me and said, I have $55, I want an awesome brush from MAC for my face, what would you suggest? It would be this 138 brush. I love how it's tapered, and it's full enough to put your face powder on. It's tapered so that you can put your blush on. You could contour with this if you wanted to. This is an awesome brush. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some bronzer on, and I have this from Neutrogena. It is called Sunset Glow, and I never took the clearance tag off of this. I got it for $3.23. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and I'm going to use the same, actually no, wait. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use that brush. I'm going to use this brush. This is a 159 brush. And again, another amazing, awesome brush. If you can, I would suggest getting this brush only because this one is limited edition, but it's awesome. I put my foundation on with this brush. I put my cream bronzer on with this brush. Obviously you see I'm putting my powder bronzer on with this brush. The reason that I'm using this is because I don't want to go too nuts with the bronzer. And it's easy to do with a kind of like shorter, denser brush. I feel like I'm really rambling. I'm sure that somebody, one of you, will tell me if I'm rambling, but I like this brush when I don't want to deposit too much color onto my face. Another really great brush, if you don't want to deposit too much color, is the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Brush. Okay, for my blush, I'm just going to go real easy on the blush since there's so much going on with the eyes. This is a Palladio Baked Blush. This is what it looks like. And at one time, this was my favorite blush. And it is called Wish. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on just very lightly, not very heavy. And I like to just kind of use sweeping motions here and pull it up. I don't want too much on. I have a mirror behind the camera, which is what I'm looking at. Sometimes it's helpful when you're trying to apply makeup and make it look more symmetrical to kind of look at yourself from a distance. Because sometimes when you're looking up really close, you can kind of get, I don't want to say you can get lost, but it's easier to make mistakes or to have one side that's a little bit heavier than the other. So I kind of like to look in the mirror behind my camera to make sure that everything is symmetrical. A lot of times when I'm lining my lips and I'm just so up close, and then I look at myself in the mirror behind and I'm like, holy cow, I've got one side that's totally higher or totally lower, whatever. Okay, for my lips, I'm going to line with Revlon Color Stay Lip Liner in Nude. And this is what it looks like. And this is a very, very well-loved lip liner. Okay, so I lined and slightly filled in with the lip liner. Next, I'm going to use this Plump It Up Lip Plumper Lip Gloss from NYX called Elizabeth. And there's the back, and here's what it looks like. Looks like a needle. It's not very nice packaging. A lot of times after you put your lipstick on or your lip gloss, that's when you can really tell if your lip liner is really off or not. So I just noticed that this side is a little bit higher than that side. Wow, you know what? I forgot how annoying this lip gloss is. My lips are really burning. It really feels like I'm being poked by needles all over my lips. And the funny thing is, like, this won't plump my lips. It's just gonna feel like they're burning. I hate that. Okay, so that's it. We're done. I like this. I think it's very pretty. Again, very dramatic, very evening-like. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great day. Bye.